Hi everybody, this is Mike.
This is Dylan.
We're doing another movie review. This one is...
Scream 6! Ah!
Is it 6? I thought it was 4.
No, 6.
Oh, wow.
I know, they pumped them out every fucking 2 minutes. So in this movie, we got pretty much a whole new cast, except for a few characters from the old films. But what do you think of the cast?
They fucking suck. I am just gonna say this. They fucking suck.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
The girls were in there, only probably for sex appeal. There was generic individuals from, like, any horror franchise. They even stated it in the movie and broke down each of their own freaking characters, writing a fucking lineup. Like, yes, that's generic. You don't need to fucking point it out.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree. This whole cast was very... I don't want to say millennial. I don't know. Something about them was annoying. And like, their presence, just being like, just seeing them on the screen just made you just think, I would never hang out with these type of people.
Yeah.
They're all so, like, just, I don't know, crappy people. Especially that one girl who basically becomes the Randy. She's, like, related to Randy, but basically turns into, like, Super Randy, and she gives the rules of the franchise. Oh, I could not stand her. Her facial expressions towards this one kid is so annoying, and just stop it. So she takes, like, all these cliches from these 100 movies, Robert De Niro thing, and she throws it, like, she might as well just be Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? Because she's so laughable at herself.
Not even Jim Carrey. I would say...
Excuse me, Steven. I was just getting greasy there.
Even below Jim Carrey.
Yeah. It's like
because, like, Jim Carrey's actually funny. She's not even funny.
Yeah, I know. It's like this one woman who looks like Jim Carrey out there, who's, like, famous now because she kind of looks like the female version of Jim Carrey, but she's not very funny.
Yeah, I know,
it's like her. It's like her. And honestly, they reference these old characters, and they kind of, like, in the way they reference them, is like, I'm the reincarnation of this character. So, yeah, here I am. I'm Andy now. And it's stupid. It's really bad.
Yep.
All the characters are just horrible cliches of the first characters in the first movie, but they're just not interesting. Not real at all. It just seems so, cringy, I guess, is the word.
Not really cringy, I would say, but more strange in a way.
One more thing I'm just going to throw in there. I think it's a kind of a cheap shot to take an old character from the first franchise, from the first film, Gale Weathers.
Hello.
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right?
Have her fucking die for this stupid scene where she's just like, oh, I want to die. Oh, tell. Fuck you.
And fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you as well.
Just die. Like, you weren't a liked character. Nobody liked you.
She's still alive, though.
I know, but that's the thing, though. Just kill her off. You kill off Dewey. Everyone loved fucking Dewey in the franchise. Yeah. Everyone loved that guy. But you leave this piece of shit woman in the franchise for some stupid fucking reason. I don't even know what the hell. You know what I mean? Like, you should have killed her off in part 5. Had Dewey in this one. Have him almost die. People be like, oh, yay, Dewey's alive. When you hear that Gale's still alive, everyone's like, fuck, lame. Not to see her do that stupid thing in the next movie. It's just like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm really on your side. Off the record. Just nonsense. This movie's fucking dumb. And they take the old people and they use them for nothing. It's just dumb.
Pretty much the Gale thing. She was the only good actor in that whole series. In this whole movie, I should say. Because she actually played the parts where she was actually stabbed quite well.
I wish it was real, to be honest. And her character is ridiculous, dude. It's just like, I'm an investigative reporter. That's how I found this out. How did you find that out? You just say this word, investigative reporting, and you can just discover anything. It's ridiculous.
And not only that, though, she found it before the cops, before the FBI.
Yeah. Totally realistic, you know. So
why didn't you mention it to the FBI or the cops?
Or at the end, the killer might have said something. Oh, I sent something to Gale, letting her tip to this. Like, that's what I was waiting for, to be honest.
They honestly could have rewrote that whole thing and made it better, but they just gave us this pile of shit.
Yeah, and honestly, even on the phone when they're talking to Gale, that would have been a better ending if you find out it was actually Gale being the killer. I would have been like, whoa, that's fucked. That would have been kind of interesting.
probably
at least 3 times in the movie, they kind of stop what's going on to be like, hey, yeah, I forgot we have sexual appeal to each other.
Okay, that's what you mean. Yes.
Let's just get more closer. And then, like, we're finally going to make out when a killer's, like, fucking coming after us. Just stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then not only that chick got stabbed in the back. Actually, now that reminds me that because they were kissing, she got stabbed in the fucking back fully. She got also stabbed in the stomach fully. And she's there to have a conversation with her sister like nothing ever happened for 20 minutes on a fucking staircase. It blows my mind how stupid this movie is.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb.
Like, it's a solid piece of shit. I can't believe it made as much. It made $150 million, you know, when we're reviewing. And I know this is going to come out at Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
I'm sure it made $200 million by now. But this is a straight up piece of shit. And if they continue this franchise, I don't know. I direct-to-video kind of comes to mind. Or maybe just not seeing the next one. Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna rip on this so hard, but the whole fucking premise of Ghostface is supposed to be a stabbing killer. He's supposed to have a knife.
Yeah.
One scene, he has a gun. He has a friggin' shotgun, and he kills a guy straight up. That's not a Ghostface thing. That's just straight up murder. So they completely went off the rail on that.
Yeah, I agree. They did change something there, but I do have a theory. But I can't mention it here because that'll spoil the ending. But,
Oh, the butler, yes.
The butler, there you go, exactly. But, I agree. There was a lot of weird fucking flippity floppers in this one.
Yeah.
Flippity floppers with the mippity hoppers.
What'd you think of the overall gore, then? I'm gonna be asking more you the questions because you're more interested in, like, you're more attuned to the franchise, I would say, because I'm like a little out of the loop here.
Yeah, I guess I watched the first one in theaters. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah. The gore was cheap. It felt quick and fast. There's a lot of stabs in the mouth and the face, and that's cool, you know. But I don't know. There's nothing you can really do with stabs that become too shocking anymore after you've seen, like, you know, 5 other movies like this. Like, I feel like stabbing in the face is like as much as you can go for shock value, and it's not really shocking anymore. That's why so many people got their face stabbed in this movie.
I felt that some of the gore really was low quality, probably because this was a 14-plus movie.
Yeah.
But also, even the scenes where the girl was falling off the building, hit her face on the dumpster, like, you could just see that the makeup that they did was just put a blob on your face,
exactly.
And that is it.
Yeah.
Or
no
even
pushing,
when
no nothing.
Even when the person gets, like, stabbed a bunch of times, they cut that away. Stabbing in the same spot multiple times, like, it made no fucking sense.
Yeah, people would get stabbed, and then 2 minutes later they forgot that they got stabbed, and they're just like, hey, I got stabbed in the stomach, but cool, let's go talk on the staircase for 10 minutes. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, the stab wounds almost have no relevance to anything until the character has to fully die. Then they're like, oh, I'm dead. But it's almost like they forget that they've been stabbed until, you know, the movie requires them to die.
Yeah. There was only 2 of the actors that actually pulled off their roles perfectly until the end.
Who's
with
that?
one of them. One was the love interest for the young lady, the lesbian. No, the lesbian couple.
Oh, okay.
When she died, she was, like, stabbed, and she was groveling in pain. Like, she could barely walk. Like, she was just struggling. Like, that to me was a good gore. It was good.
It was
and
more
realistic. Yes. Realistic scene.
Okay. I agree. There's a few scenes that are more realistic compared to the stab in the face scenes. But I've had to see none of these death scenes compared to, like, some of the older movies. They just don't have as much impact. You know, they feel, and also these characters are not likable at all. So when they die, you just don't give a shit. And they don't really give you any time to, like, get, you know, even the characters from surviving from the last one, I don't really like any of them. They all, like, make no sense to me. Well, to be honest, I have to say I do have one positive about this film.
Okay.
It does have a lot of good jump scares. A couple of times, right at the beginning, and a couple, like, at the end, I jumped. Especially when the second killer appeared, when that dude was fighting, and he just stabbed him in the back.
We saw that coming, though. We even mentioned it in the movie. Yes, it is a little jump scare, but we both mentioned in the movie there is a second killer.
I know, but it just surprised me when he jumped out, and the dude when he was like looking at the doorway, you know, at the door, and you get stabbed right through.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah, well, that scared me. I went, ah. I was, ah. Yeah.
What's positive about that? We saw every kill scene
if
coming.
I jump, it's a successful jump scare. Simple as that.
So it's a scary movie, is what you're saying.
No, not scary. Scary to me is something like Conjuring. That is scary. That movie scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that I will agree, yes.
But this is just that they had a few of those moments, and I like that.
So surprise
moments. A couple of those, you know, the ending with the killer, when you discover who the killers are, ridiculously stupid, but they still had a good couple of jump scares.
Yeah, their whole backstory kind of sucked.
Oh my god, how fucking dumb was that? Like, oh my god. It might as well just be Scooby-Doo land. You know what I mean? Just take the mask off and oh my god, it's the detective. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it might actually be Scooby-Doo.
It might as well be. It's fucking the worst ending ever.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's cut it, paste it, put it in the ground. What would we rate this?
I would rate this a 3. Because honestly, it was really bad. They tried to use the franchise, like they tried to go back to all the movies to really make you go, this is something new and interesting, and it's not. The only thing interesting is that they talk about the past, because when they have their own movie in front of them, they realize it's garbage, and they have no interest. No, there's nothing interesting in the movie. So I'd say pass on this one, and maybe just reboot the fucking franchise instead of just, you know, sucking on the tit of the old one. It's just embarrassing.
I give it a 0.
Whoa!
0! It was a terrible movie. There were so many fucking plot holes.
Yeah.
Not only that, we mentioned on how people got stabbed and they were just walking it off like nothing happened. They even forgot. The actors even forgot that they got stabbed.
Yeah. And even the people that got stabbed 35 times and supposed to die, because of some test screening someplace, some guy, I don't want that guy to die. All of a sudden, they just appear back to life in a stretcher. Like everything's okay.
Yep.
It's just like, fuck off. Just fuck right off with this.
And fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you as well.
And the people who have actually like seen this just like one-off, like this is their first Scream movie, and then they're going to think the old ones were boring.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be just like a rip-off of the new one.
Or they'll think that this is a piece of shit, and I don't want to see the old franchise because it's just as boring as this piece of crap.
Yeah.
That's a good chance that might happen as well.
So, yes, anybody in the comments saying that, why did I give this a 0? There are all my points. I'm just going to flat out say, you can rip on me all you want, but I'm still giving it a 0. I hated it.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, to be honest. I was on it, like, during the movie, I was just like, I just want this to be over. Just tell me who the killer is so I can just kind of be done with.
No, it wasn't even enjoyable at all.
We should have went and saw John Wick.
Yeah.
I knew you want. I sensed you want to see John Wick, but I'm like, ooh, Scream when I was so young. I was like 16 when this movie came out. You know, the first Scream. It was awesome. Like, I fucking loved it.
So now I'm going to ask you this. Do you want to change your review from a 3? Because you just ripped on it just like I did.
I give it a 2.
Oh.
A 2 now. 2, yeah. If you come out with another one, it'll be a 1. Don't make me fucking make it a 1. It's dumb. Anyway, if you guys think this movie's great, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear why. But other than that, you know, if I see no comments, I'll just think you assumed you agreed with us, and that's fine with me too.
I'm fine with that, actually.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, so yeah, we win. Right.
We win?
Yeah, because there's probably no comments. Like we don't really get too many comments. Yeah, exactly. See you later. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. And, you know, hope you guys don't watch this movie. And you know, I don't know if you guys have noticed now, but I have a lot more content coming out every week. There's a video coming out, so hope you guys enjoying it. And Halloween is crazy. Like literally every 4 days there's a video coming out. So hope you guys are enjoying all that too. And yeah.
All right. We're going to try to get back on top of it, but a lot of things have happened over the year. Yeah. A lot of problems with us, so
yeah.
we apologize.
Yeah, but we're back.
We're back.
All right.